Hello loves and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about some astrological things, but before I do, I just wanted to give you guys two updates. First, I am having a huge October month long special on all of my sessions. All of my readings, all of my sessions are going to be 50% off for the entire month of October, because it started already, but for the entire month of October, because October is my favorite month because of Halloween. So you guys can use the code "This is Halloween" in all caps for 50% off all of my services, and it ends on October 31st. So definitely make sure you take advantage of it, because I don't think I want to have a Black Friday sales. I just wanted to celebrate Halloween coming back, the season, decorating, all of those things. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Anyway, with that being said, this second update is that the October workshop is live. If you want to get tickets for it, it's all about your crown and hair. We're going to be doing and focusing on hair rituals, how to protect your hair, how to do glamour with your hair, how to do a couple things. We're going to do like a spiritual hair care, like one-on-one, and then we're going to talk about different ways to do spell work with your hair, treatments for your hair, spiritual treatments for your hair. We're going to do a lot, because I feel like when it comes to your head, it goes through a lot of transformation, but your hair itself is tied to a lot of transformation as well, as it grows, as it protects the thing that keeps you alive. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. We're going to go over a hair oil recipe as well that you can use anytime that you are doing ceremony with your hair. It's going to be a really cool workshop. And it's meant to be for that transformation up here. So it comes into complete alignment with, Scorpio season. The eclipse is coming up. There's a lot of transformation and dead weight that we're processing, and working spell work with your hair is a really great way to shift the energy, especially mentally. So that's why I wanted to do it then. But yes, so that's on October 25th. So definitely make sure that you get your tickets down below. With that being said, we're going to get started on today's topic, which is, I feel like we've talked about this before on this channel, but I have to talk about it again, in the context of spell work, which is, there's basically a trend right now on TikTok that's going crazy viral, where people are posting their natal charts, their birth charts on TikTok, and showing off their stelliums, or just posting their charts on TikTok. It doesn't always look the same. Sometimes they have, like the chart will look different. They'll use a different kind of website and stuff like that to get the information. But you guys don't know how many times I've seen someone's do the damn trend, and I'm just like, I could literally see your information. Like, you have your information like readily available right there. Do you know how easy it is for someone who practices anything, especially, if someone doesn't like you, to take your chart and plant spells against you? That's kind of my whole thing about making information that's meant to be private and for your own growth and benefit. Like, a lot of the time, and this happens a lot too when it comes to past life readings, I've noticed, like, people will get past life readings and they'll want to share everything within the past life reading with the rest of the world, and they'll make TikToks about it, and then they'll get mad when people in the comments are like, no, this didn't happen, blah, blah, you're BSing, you're just blah, blah, blah. Like, they'll just start making comments about it. And it's crazy to me, because in the prayer for, the Akashic records, which is one of the ways you can open the records themselves, but you're not supposed to be sharing your past lives with everybody, because those are your records. Not everybody's going to understand your records. Part of the prayer that I use to open up other people's records literally states that I cannot be self-centered. I can't center myself. I can't, like, let's say you have a past life where you were a murderer or a serial killer or something. Like, I can't center myself and be like, oh my God, you are a really bad person, and like start talking shit about you, you know? Like, I have to be completely neutral. And I can't judge you. I can't sit here and just be judging you about stuff that happened in the past. When you guys just talk to people about your records, you are giving them access to your records, but they didn't set the intention to not center you, right? To be to not, you know, center their opinions or beliefs. They didn't set that intention, so they'll kind of be like, they can feel whatever they want about what you're saying. We need to really keep in mind that when it comes to private information, your natal chart should be very much private, or something that you only have with you and like an astrologer if you're not well versed in astrology. Because y'all, I have seen, listen, the thing about it is because I'm a bruja and I'm also an astrologer, so I've seen it happen. I've actively seen it happen. I've even gotten questions from friends and family members like, oh, take a look at their chart, or look, they'll send me people's information like, oh, like tell me something I should know, like, you know, like I'll get questions like this. Like, people will use whatever knowledge that they can against other people. And even when it comes to spell work, just even knowing someone's full name or birthday, like, you can do so much with that. But what the thing about astrology is that astrology gives you access to very, very, very gentle information that you can literally plan stuff on specific days. Like, this is different than, you know, throwing at someone, you know, regularly, like you don't like someone, or you want to hex someone, or you want to like jinx someone, or, you know, someone's trying you and you know their stuff, and you just want to, you know, send them something their way because they keep bothering you, or whatever it is. You know, people send stuff for so many different reasons. There's a difference between being like, okay, I'm gonna plan it on a Tuesday because that's the day of Mars, is war day, I'm gonna just send some shit, you know, like there's a difference between that and having someone's natal chart, like their information, and being able to see when someone's gonna be at their weakest. Because through astrology, you can see when someone's going to be going through some shit. You can see, oh, like, you know what, during this window, there's gonna be a window here where you know, I can kind of, you know, do this spell, and it's gonna hit a lot stronger than it was if you just used a regular old Tuesday. That's kind of the thing about it that people don't realize, that they'll kind of just throw their whole information out there, but they don't know who is watching their content that doesn't like them, or that has bad intentions for them, that can end up manipulating and using that information against them. And that's kind of the biggest problem of it all, is that we need to stop oversharing for trends and stuff like that. Okay, literally, the fact that, you know, like I feel for celebrities, because they'll have their birth chart, a good amount of them have their birth charts online. It's considered public information because they're, you know, celebrities, right? But it's one of those things where people will go, if something's happening in their lives, there's people who literally astrologers who dedicate their time to making videos about celebrities' transits. Like, oh, this is why this is happening. This is why they ended up in rehab. This is why they broke down. Like, and you can see it reflected in the chart, because the transits don't lie. Like, you can see a lot within the transits. And so if you can see, oh, this person's gonna have a really good, like a great time to make money or buy a house, or it's a great time to get a promotion because of where the placements are. You can also see when they're at their weakest. You can see when there's going to be pockets of windows where the aspects are not looking cute, the planets are not, you know, interacting in the best way, and it can be a little bit of a sensitive time for that person to throw at someone when they're already going through it, when it's like the perfect time, what it would be the perfect time to hit them because they're at a low point, and to have that information because you put it out in social media. It's like, you doing it to yourself. So I am making this video to remind people that there is an intersectionality between the astrology community and the spiritual community. A lot of the people that follow astrology, there's plenty who practice both things. And folks are not stupid out here, okay? I want y'all to be very mindful that people are not stupid. People know what they're doing when they're doing it. Please do not take certain things for granted. If you're consensually sharing your information online, assume that it can be used against you and that it will be used against you, okay? That it will be used against you, because you don't know what you don't know. There's a difference between having a one-on-one with an astrologer and someone who's telling you about yourself and explaining certain things to you, than someone who actively is like, I don't wish this person well, and then start sending stuff your way because they know exactly how to hit you because you put it online. Like, you're opening up the door to get hit. You are. Like, spiritual practitioners of all, globally, are not stupid. And if you're gonna be that naive to put something online and you get hit, we need to be careful about what we're sharing and not being oversharers, because then if something happens and you're like trying to do a return to sender and you're like confused as to where the energy came from, okay, well, what have you been oversharing about? There's certain things that, you know, not everybody needs to know. Certain things need to come into awareness at a certain time, and sometimes certain things don't need to be said like publicly, period. So please be mindful of this. I don't want you guys to get into, you know, society and the collective is, you know, it's a chaotic place because it can be very supportive, while it can also be a place where, you know, people will stalk people will, you know, manipulate people. There's a lot of narcissists out here, and spiritual narcissists at that. The spiritual community is not, you know, it's not perfect. Humans are humans, you know. You can't expect everybody to be amazing. Like, there's some people who are actively will go out of their way to manipulate you, and you have to be aware of that. You have to protect yourself, and one of the ways that you can protect yourself is by not oversharing online. So I'm just making this video to remind people, like, it is not a good thing to be sitting here posting your birth chart for what you think is a cute trend, because someone close to you or seemingly who is kind of in your radar can take that information and do a lot. Do a lot, both in a negative way and what they would seem as a positive thing for them to benefit them, not you. So you have to be very, very careful online. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, I hope that this video makes sense. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I want to be honest, because I see it happen all the time. Like, I see it happen all the time. So it's one of those things that I'm like, okay, why is this not being spoken about? Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, to all the Patreon members, to all the channel members. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next video.